It's time to dive beneath the surface and into the minds and hearts of your favorite celebrities and pop culture icons. Welcome to Up and Adam.
Hey guys, what's up? You're watching Up and Adam. My name's Adam Newell. And for those of you who don't know me, I'm the guy bringing you guys all the weekly interviews and recaps from your favorite celebrities and pop culture influencers. But for those of you who do know me, you know that that's not why we're always here, right? Guys, if you haven't already, go ahead, smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell because, well, you don't want to miss anything we have coming up. And with that, let's jump right in. Okay, guys, so we are back to talk about Erika Jane, Erika Girardi, Erika Chahoy, whatever you want to call her. The point is, we're back to talk about her. We're kind of shocked, I guess. Is that the best way to put it? I don't know who I'm looking at over here, but yeah, I think I'm shocked. News just came out that she was directly involved in her soon-to-be ex-husband, Thomas Girardi's borrowing, which means that now her assets are in jeopardy. She obviously came out for the first time. She publicly, well, through counsel, spoke out and said that she wanted, and well, she was requesting $600,000 out of the sale of her Pasadena mansion. She was saying that she was with this man for 20 plus years, that she deserves it, that that was their community property together, and she wants some money probably to pay off her legal fees. Now, if you guys have been following, there's been a few great legal commentators who have just been really hitting the nail on the head with these cases. They've been following it, going through each one and kind of explaining it to us in a way that we can understand. You guys know who I'm already talking about, which would be Emily D. Baker and Ronald Richards. So they've both been talking about everything that's going on with the Erika Girardi cases, and it just seems like every single day there is one thing after another that's coming out. Just to give you guys a little bit of insight, if you haven't been following my other videos, or if you're brand new to what's going on with Erika Girardi, Erika Jane, Erika Chahoy, I like to do that, I don't know why, then here's just a little bit of a background on it. So Erika Girardi's soon-to-be ex-husband has been accused of alleged embezzlement. He is now being sued from multiple clients that he had, previous clients, where he would win cases for these victims, whether, and this is the worst part, victims of tragedies, like awful tragedies, burn victims, victims of plane crashes, victims of boat crashes, victims of car crashes, victims of earthquakes, literally situations in your life that are just probably, it's the most terrible thing that can happen to you. He's won the cases for these people, received a lot of money on their behalf, and allegedly not given them the money that they've been owed. One of his former clients in particular, she was owed over $12 million for her son who was burned. And Mr. Girardi gave them $1 million of that money, gave them $1 million, and then allegedly kept on advising them, hey, listen, you don't want to take out your money. Don't take it out right now. Let's put it in a high interest account and let's make your money make money for you. Well, after a few years, something got a little bit sketchy about that because they kept asking for their money, but they weren't receiving anything. Mr. Girardi didn't end up giving them any of their money back, but they did take him to court with another lawyer and they won. And they were saying pretty much in court, you need to pay all of this money back. Well, he gave them another $1 million, but where is the rest? That's one of the biggest questions right now. And it seems like creditors all across the board, they are owed a lot of money. Creditors, lenders, victims, it's upwards of 50-something million dollars at this point. And it just seems like every single day it's getting worse and worse. One of the biggest questions going into the new season of the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills, season 11, is how much did Erika Girardi actually know? What was her involvement in any of this, if she had any involvement, period? We were super hopeful that, no, she didn't know anything that was going on. Maybe this was similar to a Teresa Giudice case where she was just navigating, you know, whatever this is with her husband, and she turned a blind eye. She didn't actually know what he was doing when he was going to court and also going to his office. She just spent the paychecks. Sort of how Teresa Giudice got by. And if that's the case, it doesn't make her completely innocent, but at least she wasn't aware of all of these victims being taken advantage of. I think that's fair to say. That's the best way I can say that. I know that I mentioned Ronald Richards, and that's what I'm here to talk about. I'm not the one who broke this news. So Ronald Richards said this, and I'm going to read out his quote verbatim. Breaking. In connection with an opposition for Erika Girardi to receive $600,000 from the sale of their estate, A lender has provided damaging signatures showing her direct involvement by the borrowing of Tom. He then added that this will be powerful evidence in any future case if she ever tries to claim that she didn't know what was going on. Oof. It gets better. There's more. He continued with these purportedly signed documents would undercut her opposition. Then he also added that she was assisting in the loan and in fact gave power to the lender over her own personal assets. One of those assets, again, we've already talked about this, but the Pasadena mansion in which Erika Girardi is trying to collect a whopping $600,000 out of the sale. The sale of this home was supposed to be 16 point something million. However, that's not the case anymore. They've dropped the price of the home significantly down to a $13 million home, which I know that still sounds like ridiculous that you're even saying that, oh, they dropped it significantly. It's still a $13 million home, but one lucky realtor will collect a 4% commission. And yeah, as soon as they put this on the market, as soon as it hits, that is when Mr. Girardi will be evicted from the Pasadena mansion. Sorry, Mr. Girardi. Ronald Richards also said the key takeaway about the sale of this home is the fact that as soon as it goes on the market, it should be in escrow right away, especially because right now it's a hot market in California with real estate, with everything that just happened with the pandemic. People are coming and going and things are just flying, right? Homes are just flying off the market. So they think, well, he seems to think, as soon as it hits escrow, Mr. Girardi's out of that house. It's not the only thing that he said, and I know I always say that, but I just want to give the man his credit where the credit is due. He also added this. Erika and Tom Girardi are not only being accused of allegedly embezzling millions of dollars from clients, but they also are being accused of owing millions of dollars in back taxes and stiffing other lenders. Ouch. Again, guys, I wanted to just make sure that you guys know to keep an eye out because the Real Housewives of Beverly Hills season 11 trailer is set to drop very soon. They're even hinting that it's going to be this week. If you guys haven't seen the information, Sutton Strack will be a diamond holder this season. We're curious how all of this is going to play out, but I think most importantly, or more importantly, we're curious how much involvement did you actually have, Erika Girardi, in any of these cases? Was she aware that money was being moved around? Was she aware that there are victims who weren't getting their payouts? Was she spending the victim's money? There's so many questions that we have here. And now that her signature has appeared, it's the same thing that happened with Teresa Giudice. Her signature appeared, and that was one thing that she couldn't fight in court. That is her signature. What is she going to say? I didn't read what I was signing. Sometimes people don't, right? To be fair, but I feel like you just have to. I don't know. This is going to be so interesting because at first we were just under the impression that she had no involvement. She didn't know anything that was going on. But now that Ronald Richards put out this information that her signatures are coming up left and right, that she did have direct involvement, it kind of changes the game. It makes you wonder, will she have any assets left after this? Is her Real Housewives of Beverly Hills paycheck, is that going to go to legal fees and also paying back the victims? If she wants $600,000 out of the sale of the home before the lenders get their money, then is she also just as responsible for all of the debt that's to be paid back to these victims? Right? Guys, again, so many questions. I just want you guys to go ahead and comment below. If you haven't already, I read all of the comments. I'm just curious if anybody's as shocked as I am about this alleged direct involvement, knowing exactly what was going on behind the scenes. Are you guys shooketh? I am, but not as shooketh as this Jen Shosh. I just want to say that. Guys, comment below. We'll see you guys so very soon. Also, don't forget to smash that like button, subscribe to my channel, and hit that notification bell on your way out. Bye, guys. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Thanks for watching Up and Adam.